You wanna know who I am? Folks call me the Bone Man, ain't my real name, but it's the one that stuck. Tonight on Requiem Radio. They say the first recording ever made belongs to Thomas Edison. That's what the books tell you. That's what the museums will swear by. But every now and then something turns up that don't fit the timeline, something older than it ought to be. Something that wasn't meant to be found, much less played. A wax cylinder, proper age, proper wear, proper grooves. Only problem is, it was cut before anybody knew how to cut sound at all. They cataloged it like any other artifact, clean hands, careful notes, professional curiosity. Then they played it. And that's when the music started building something it didn't have yet. This one's called Cylinder Zero. They cataloged it as routine, the way they did everything that came through the archive. Gloves on forms filled out, dates verified against logs that stretched back farther than anyone working there. The label was what caught the assistant's attention first. A simple paper tag, browned and curling, inked in a careful 19th century hand. The date was wrong, not slightly wrong. Was decades too early. Written before Edison's phonograph, before any known method of capturing sound existed at all. They assumed fraud, they always assumed fraud. The cylinder did not agree. The grooves were not cut by any modern stylus. The wear patterns were consistent with age, not replication. The wax composition tested correctly for the period. There were no seams and no indication that it had ever been copied or transferred. It was original, which meant it should not exist. Out of caution, they did not play it immediately. Instead, they built a custom optical rig to map the grooves without contact. The software struggled to interpret the data. The waveform it produced was too dense, as if multiple recordings had been pressed into the same physical space. Eventually, caution gave way to curiosity. They lowered a stylus into the groove. The recording began cleanly. Strings first, tuned with impossible precision. Then voices, entering in structured harmony. It was music. Not noise, not artifact music, and something else. At first, it registered as percussion, irregular impacts buried under the orchestration. The engineer isolated the track, filtering out the upper frequencies, stripping the music down to that lower register. It was not percussion, it was wet knocking from within. They slowed it, a wet voice between impacts, the sound translated, not cleanly, but clearly enough. It is dark until you play it. No one spoke for several seconds after that. They replayed the cylinder. The music extended. More measures appeared where none had existed before. The harmony deepened, new voices entered. Subtle at first, then unmistakable. The engineer swore the second playback lasted nearly a minute longer than the first. They checked the file and the recording had grown. The cylinder had not changed. The grooves remained fixed, finite. Yet the sound exceeded them. They searched for corruption in the system. Hardware faults, software interpolation errors. Nothing accounted for the expansion. They played it a third time. The knocking stopped. The music carried forward without interruption, and in its place, a new layer emerged, sharper and more violent. The analyst recognized it before anyone else said it aloud. Bone. The cracks were distinct, percussive long fractures, short breaks. The sound of joints forced past their limits of structure, collapsing inward under pressure. They stopped the playback too late. The first body was found in storage, not hidden, not discarded, placed inside a catalog crate designed for small artifacts no larger than 2 feet. The archivist assigned to the cylinder had been folded into it. Limbs inverted, spine compressed, skull fractured along lines that matched the audio peaks captured during the third playback. They did not shut the system down. They should have. Instead, they documented. They always documented. A second cylinder appeared the following morning. Same material, same label in hand, but later date. It had not been logged. It had always been there. They played it. The music was longer, richer, and now unmistakably, it included the sound of the first archivist. Not his voice, the breaks, the pressure, set perfectly in time. More cylinders followed, each one older than it should have been, each one newer than the last, each one containing more. The archive began to change around them. Shelves shifted, inventory lists updated themselves, items they could not remember acquiring appeared in perfect order, cataloged in handwriting that matched their own. Another body was found, then another, always inside something too small, always corresponding to a new section at the composition. They moved the final cylinder to an isolated room. No network connections, no recording devices, mechanical playback only. They sealed the doors. 3 people remained inside. They lowered the stylus. For the first time, the music played without interruption. No knocking, no fractures, a complete performance, until the horn of the phonograph began to deform. Something inside the sound pressed outward, forcing its way through the opening. What came through did not resemble anything natural. Segments misaligned, joints set where no joints belonged. It moved to the beat. It did not step into the room. It unfolded into it. The recording ended. Silence followed. They destroyed the cylinder, burned the fragments, ground what remained into dust. The room was cleared, the archive sealed. For 6 hours there was no sound. Then from a recorder that had never been powered on, the music began again, except with a new voice. You've been listening to Requiem Radio, where music bleeds into the supernatural. And that was Cylinder Zero. Some folks think sound just fades when it's over, that once the needle lifts, it's done gone. But sound don't die that easy. It settles, it waits. And sometimes it keeps working long after you think it's finished. So if you ever come across a recording that don't make sense, wrong date, wrong label, wrong everything, do yourself a favor. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to understand it. And whatever you do, don't press play. Ain't gonna be no more tonight. Y'all rest easy. And don't let the dark drive you home.